Everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing good. Today, I want to share this particular topic that has really caused trouble in our society. Why people stay in a relationship or in a marriage when there is no love, when the love has faded, when there is no communication, when there is no chemistry again in that relationship or marriage. Let me start with the men. I know that most of you don't know that men are being maltreated in their homes. I know you say, he's the man of the house. How can a woman maltreat him? There are so many men who are being tortured, both physically, emotionally, and psychologically, especially men that don't have money, men that is living on the mercy of the family of the wife, men that is living under the mercies of their wives. They go through a lot, especially if your wife is the type that is so arrogant, that is not humble. You are going to suffer. The first thing that make men stay in a relationship where they are not being loved is because of poverty. Once a man is poor, he can be humble. He can tolerate a lot of things just because he wants to eat. So that is why I keep telling men, don't always live at the mercy of a woman. Look for something doing. Make sure you contribute, even if it's 1% of whatever that is needed in the house. Don't fold your hands. If you lose your job, go and look for something, even if it's a menial job. If not, you are going to be messed up in that family if you marry a woman who is not God-fearing, who doesn't understand what marriage is all about. If you're lucky to marry a woman who is humble, who is homely, who understands there are times a man lacks money, there are circumstances that can make a man to live under a mercy of a woman, that is when you will be lucky. Nobody will even notice that you're not contributing anything to the house. But that kind of women may be 1 out of 100. So you have to pray before getting married. Number two things that make men to stay in a marriage where they are not being loved, or in a relationship where they are not being loved, is fear. If I leave this woman, who again can tolerate my bad character? There are some men that has bad character. They know that if they divorce you, it will be difficult for them to see a woman that can live with them within a month. Therefore, they have to stay. They have to stay in that marriage, even when they know that the wife no longer loves them. The wife is not even interested in that marriage again. They will stay there just because of their bad character. Number three reason why some men still stay in a marriage or a relationship where they are not being loved is because of the family background. They will tell you, oh, in our family, nobody has married two wives in this family, so you're not going to be the first. If you try it, nobody will follow you to go and marry the second wife. In that situation, you have to stay. Even if you're facing an abusive partner, you stay and keep praying to God for testimony. Another reason why men stay is because of their children, the ones that has the heart of gold, the ones that love family. They will stay, say, I don't want to train my children, single-handedly, or I don't want my wife to train her as a single mother. I want us to unite and train my children. Let me stay because of my children. Let me keep managing this woman because of my children. There are men like that, and that is why they are there. So now let me go to the women. Why women stay in abusive relationship or marriages. Number one is the same poverty. Once you don't have anything doing, you cannot pay your house rent, you cannot feed yourself, you cannot buy a cream without a man, you are doomed forever as a woman. As a woman, get something doing. If not, you will keep living under the mercy of a man who is ready to beat you, who is ready to, treat you like a rag. That is why you see some wives of big men looking like a beggar, looking like a house help, because they don't have money of their own. Before they make their hair, they have to start petting the man for 1 month before the man will give them money. They have to endure so many things, because if you talk, the money he'll promise you by month end, he will not give you. You will endure nonsense because of poverty. Even when he provokes you, you will not talk. Even when he does something bad, you cannot talk, because if you talk, he will not give you money for food tomorrow. You and your children will go hungry. So there are women like that. You cannot sit your husband down and talk heart to heart communication because of fear. If you talk, he may not give you money. Poverty, because of poverty, you are scared of his reaction. You cannot talk to your husband, you cannot advise your husband because you have nothing to offer. Another reason why women stay in abusive relationship where they are not being loved is fear. They are scared that if they leave, they will not be able to find love, they will not be able to cater for themselves, they will not be able to, they will not be able to take good care of themselves. They will stay there even when the man have turned them to a drum, they will stay there. Every night they are fighting. I don't know whether you have come in contact with such neighbors. Every night you keep hearing noise from their flat. The man will beat her morning, afternoon, night, as if it's food. The doctor's prescription, that is how the man beats the wife. And you as a woman, you cannot leave because of fear. You don't want to go back to where you're coming from. Especially people from poor backgrounds. They say, if I go back, my parents cannot cater for me. There is even my husband that is even feeding my parents. There are people like that. That is why they are there. They are scared of poverty. They are scared of failure. They are scared of uncertainty of tomorrow, what will happen tomorrow. So as a woman, if you are in an abusive relationship, please leave. If not, you will die and leave those. You will die young. So many women are dead today because they married abusive people. Number 3 reason why women stay where they are not being loved is fear of the society. What will people say if I come out from this marriage? What will people say if I leave my husband? What will people say if I say I am no longer interested in this marriage? This question have sent many women to their early grave. So as a woman listening to me here, once your marriage or a relationship gets to the stage of domestic violence, where your partner turn you to a beating drum, please leave to live. You can separate for a moment if you don't have the resources to fight for divorce and all that. You can separate by going out of that place, squatting with somebody, or going back to your father's house. Nobody, the highest they will talk is 1 month and they'll forget about you. If I thought they would talk. So many women are gone today because of what the society will say, because of what my neighbors will say, because of what my parents will say. So if you want to live long, once you are in an abusive relationship, please leave. Come to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have any contribution, feel free to drop it under the comment section. I want it to be an interactive class or an interactive video. Drop your comment, your contribution. It will go a long way to help 1 or 2 people who are in an abusive relationship, who are still staying there because they are not being loved. So if you want me to bring the part 2 of this, let me know under the comment section and I will gladly do that. Thank you once again and see you in my next one.